Um, okay. Well, it's been long enough. So, hello. In case you didn't know, my name is Elliot, and I'm going to do a little breakdown of some of my animations, and I'm basically just going to explain how I kind of come up with the aesthetics that I come up with, that I end up doing, and all that stuff. Yippee! Um, yeah, okay, let's start. Actually, let me do a little volume test. Do a little volume test. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Okay, no. Okay, it's fine. Anyways, right. So, um, here is my typical workflow. So, I usually start with the mood board, and I tend for like my mood boards, I tend to use PureRef or Clip Studio. What I do for my mood boards, which you will see later, is that I like to have the sprites if the sprites are ready, or even if there's like placeholders or whatever, like I kind of base the whole MV based on what sprites I have. So, if like a song is typically animated with like blue colors, but the art is purple, I will probably follow the art and make the video purple. It's really dependent on the art because I think it's really important to make sure that the video doesn't clash with the art. Yeah, that's cool. Anyways, after doing the mood board, I like to make a mock-up just to see if the like mood board actually works, because sometimes I'll make and like think of an aesthetic, but then when I actually try and do it for a video, it's really hard. Like it's really hard to translate to a video. So yeah. And with the mockup, I tend to make the filter or decide on like the color correction and everything, so that I like to like make and decide on the filters first, so that way later on I won't have to do much, like I don't have to do much changes. I don't know, I just find it a lot easier to decide on your filters at first, because I think it helps with the color correction. It'll make the color correcting process way easier. So yeah. And then I make the border. So borders are kind of like a recent thing for me. I started making them like, I mean, it's been a while. It's been like 2 years, because I started doing them for Birds of Time, this video that I made. And like, yeah, back like before that, I would just use like a typical black or white border. But like, I started doing more unique borders, which you will see later. But yeah, I started doing more complex borders, so that's become a part of my workflow. But just note that I don't normally, like, I don't do this for all of my videos. It really depends on if the video needs it or not, because sometimes having like the complex border just doesn't really work anyway. So yeah, you gotta know when to not do that. So the first video that I'm going to break down, I have 3 videos, actually 4, but you won't know what the fourth one is until later. Um, is Villain Vibes. So in case you haven't watched the video, it's this like, it has this like X-ray theme type thing here. This is the mood board. So as you can see, okay, I know I said that I usually base my videos like I base them off the art, but for this specific project, I actually made it like, I had the chance to like work with the artist. So I actually just like thought of this aesthetic for the song, and that's how I got the art that ended up being used. So yeah, I just like a good place to find references and stuff is Pinterest and like a lot of other like Behance and even like Instagram, anywhere. I get my inspiration anywhere. Like one tip that I like to give to newer animators, I would say, is to not limit yourself to just like pre-existing videos, because that way, like I find that it can get really limiting. So yeah, try to take your inspiration from everywhere, even like K-pop music videos and all that stuff. So yeah, here's the mood board. There's a lot of skulls going on, x-rays, flowers, butterflies, and that's how I got into the early stages of this video. So here I wrote some keywords. I don't typically think of keywords in my head, actually, maybe subconsciously, but yeah, here are like some of the early stuff I did. I was like, when I say I made like mock-ups, these are the type of mock-ups that I was talking about. So I had like a whip of the art, so I just put it in, and then I tried to have this like little x-ray effect on the butterflies, and I did that by using tint and then just like inverting the colors. I also tried making sure, or like I tried using purple or like purplish blue instead of white to see if that would make the whole x-ray look a lot more prominent, like how in this picture. So yeah, yeah, I also like decided on the filters during this stage, and I basically wanted to go for this very blue, black and blue type of look. Yeah. Um, mm-hmm. Let me see. Let me think of what else I could do. Oh yeah, I also like added these little like typing coding type assets because I thought it fit with the aesthetic, and also these like transparent boxes, kind of like glitchy and whatever. I should probably have the videos on while I give me a second. Let me have the videos open just in case, you know. Excuse my little thing. I'm gonna go to my MV playlist. Just gonna. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, aside from like the whole X-ray thing for this video, I also paired it up with like camera lenses and like I don't know what these like techie kind of elements, like you can see here. This is like the select tool. Like if you were to select, like, these blue parts that you see, this like transform thing. So like, yeah, I paired it up with like a little more techie look, and then over on this picture you can see like there's camera, like a lens thing. I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's how I ended up with the video. Sorry if my explaining kind of sucks. I am a little underprepared. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very sorry. Anyways, a little drink break. Moving on, we have ID Smile. I love this video. Oh my god. I really do. Like, this video is probably I like started this project as a passion project, so this video was very easy for me to do because it's super up my alley. It's pink, it's coquette, and yeah, it's really nice. So here's how it started. So because this was not a commission where I already had pre-existing art, aka kind of similar to this video where I didn't really have any sprites initially, we started off with the mood board, and this is the first mood board that was made, and this kind of helped set up the whole mood for the art and basically the final video. As you can see, I basically put like the cards from the original song. In case you didn't know, this is from a game, and they had like pre-existing art. And then I also took some screenshots from like other covers of this song, just like put it here. And I put down some notes of like assets that would potentially fit with the video. So that would be hairpins. Wait, yeah. I think I meant safety pins and not. No, no, okay. I put hairpins and safety pins. Okay. Hairpins, dress forms, safety pins, crystals. I did not end up putting that in the video. Pearls and accessories, and finally ribbons. So, yeah, this was the first mood board. But after I got the art, we actually had a second mood board, which is this. So, I will say these two mood boards were made like months apart. So, by the time the art was done, I kind of I guess like I don't know. I like had different ideas. So that's how this mood board came to be. But basically in this, when I saw the art, seeing how like the dress forms and all was drawn, I was like, this would be perfect for this type of aesthetic. And it's basically like fashion design. Like I saw a lot of these on Pinterest. It's basically like planners, I guess. Like people like I don't know what it's called. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. But like all these like fabric samples and then like the drawings of the models. Like I thought it would be so cute to do that kind of thing where it's like the whole video is this person making outfits for these four vocalists. Like I don't know. I thought that was really cute. So that's how we got to the early stages. So you can see here the inspiration is really heavy. Like this image specifically and this one as well. This is like the fashion people planning. I don't know what the term is, but like basically like the planning stages of making clothing and whatnot. And I put that in here. So in these references, you can see that there are a lot of like fabric samples. There's like a bunch of pictures, kind of like scrapbooking of different outfits and whatnot. And I translated that and I put that into the video, like in this scene. Oh, also for the border, um, again, this is like I like making pretty unique borders, so I was like, why not have some pearls and some ribbons? Because that would be really cute. Yeah. And yeah, that's how I did it. These pearls I got from Clip Studio, and then the ribbons, they were like some assets that I had way before I started. And yeah, you can also see the art here. I also followed, like, I knew the video overall was going to be pink, but in terms of like the specific shade of pink, I just kind of followed the art. So, yeah. Oops, not mean to do that. Okay, moving on to the third video. This is going a lot faster than I thought it would. I'm not gonna lie, for I could have just made a video, but it's okay. Streaming is really fun and great. I need a drink break. Hold up. I just remembered. Oh my god. Sorry, I have a mouth ulcer. This is so painful. I forgot to mention, but I also took a lot of inspiration from makeup ads. As you can see here, this is an actual makeup ad for the Zeek and like fashion magazines and stuff, and it's just super cute. And actually, if you go around, you can see that we have some assets, some makeup assets. Oh yeah, and this whole video, like for the verses and stuff, they're done in like a bird's eye view, and I don't know, the style is really cute, very cute. And one scene that I thought was really cute was this one. It's like a Polaroid with everyone. Yeah, okay, I'm going on a little tangent. Anyways, going back to Akanthe slash Akanti, because the song is Kanti, very cool. So yeah, here's the mood board. As you can see, compared to the last one, I didn't really have much. Even then, like these two mood boards, they were given to me by the client and I actually didn't make them. This one, however, at the bottom, I put these together. These were from the original music video. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really have much to say for this one, except for I didn't really have a lot to work with, if I'm being honest, because I I don't know, going in, I just didn't see I didn't have that many I hadn't seen that many videos with this song and with the specific aesthetic that the client wanted me to do. So, yeah, it was just like that's why there's no mood board for this. It's just this. They also gave me a script or like a little storyboard to go with, and I followed it. However, I'm not that good at following mood boards. I'm not that good at following mood boards. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Here we are at the early stages. As you can see here, keywords are flower, vintage dolls, creepy, uneasy cages, picture frames, candles, etc. And so the thing about this commission was that the client wanted me to specifically have all the lyrics on the screen because this is like an English cover and they want the lyrics to be shown at all times. They want everyone to read the lyrics. So that's how I kind of came up with this initial border design. Oops. I've seen this type of like border design a lot on other people's videos and I was like, okay, I can do that. So this is what I did. This is what I started off with, right? It was blue borders and there was this little round thing with the lyrics there. And when I first made this, I was like, this looks very similar to another video I've done, which is this one. And yeah, they're very similar. So I was like, I don't know. I need to change it up somehow. So I tried to do that by changing the colors from blue to black. However, if you know anything about this song, I just felt like this was like it was too modern, you know what I mean? Like the lines were a little too clean and like the black, it was just too dark for what I wanted it to be and for just just like what I wanted it to be. It wasn't what I wanted to do or it wasn't what I had envisioned. So that's how I came to this. Oh, this is literally the whole freaking process of the borders, just the borders alone. Also, hi Lean, hello. I'm talking about Akanti, your cover. Yay! Yeah. So as you can see, I wanted there to be more like I wanted it to look a little more rustic. Not really rustic, but like vintage and like kind of old. So that's how I like went to Clip Studio and I started drawing these like little lace patterns. I don't know what they're called. I'm sorry. I don't know a lot of the terms. I just see it and I'm like, okay, I like that. So yeah, these are very much inspired by those like vintage frames, if you know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna look at them actually. Quick. Like, they were very inspired by these types of frames and whatnot. But like, actually, yeah, my first like initial idea was just to have like this type of frame for the border, but I was like, no, I think that would look a little too tacky. So instead, I did this. It was a little hard, not gonna lie, but it's whatever. And then I was just like playing around with it. And like I wanted to add a gradient, but then like the black and white just looked really good. Like it stuck and like it was just really good. So I like showed it to the client and they were like, "Oh my god, this is really pretty." And I was like, "Oh my god, I agree. This is kind of a vibe." So we kept it and that's how we got to this point. That's how Akanti was made. Oh my god, it's at 999 views. Amazing. I don't really know what else to say. That's it. And yeah, this is how it looks like in the final. Looks really good. And the last part of the video, as you can see, these are like two different mood boards, right? They wanted me to do like a dark version and then towards the end more spring like, but I couldn't do something this green because the filter that I had just like it looked really bad with green and I was having a lot of difficulties with that. So instead we opted for this more like bright kind of garden, I don't know, sunset type of thing. Yeah. Again, I'm really bad. I'm really bad with words. I'm sorry. I only know things by visual. I'm a visual learner. But yeah. Anyways, here's the fourth video. This is a whole beast of its own. In case you have not watched this video of mine, this is a debut trailer and they wanted this was like a 3-minute debut trailer of all five of their talents. And I remember when I got this work, because I got this from like my guild, commission guild that I'm in. I remember I saw like the pitch. It was like debut trailer with 5 people. I was like, okay, I don't know how that works, but I'm gonna give it a try. So I looked at the designs of like the characters and they were so different. They were so different. The references that they gave me were like stuff from Nichi Sanji, you know, when they have like a new wave and whatever. But I was like, it was a little hard for me to envision being able to do that because it was like most of the video was like kind of plain and they didn't really have like a specific theme. And I just thought that these guys had such different designs that I was like, okay, I need to do something for each of them. And this is what happened. I basically made a whole mood board and concept pitch. And you can see here that I had like a whole explanation. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I would like to have different themes, like different aesthetics for everyone because I thought that would be cute. Anyways, so as you can see here, this is the first character, Dasu. I mean, oh my god, sorry. I was crazy back then. I made 5 different mood boards and animated 5 different aesthetics for one video. Ooh, okay. But yeah, so for Dasu, yeah, I'm just explaining my thought process. Yeah, that's what I've been doing. But like, okay, sorry, I'm a little nervous. But for Dasu, I noticed that her design was very elegant, very angel-like, probably because they are an angel, and they had a lot of fur stuff and like wings and very gold pink. So I was like, okay, this reminds me a lot of this whole like ethereal type aesthetic that I see on Pinterest. So I was like, okay. And I made the mock-up. Oops. This is what I made. I added a bunch of like feather elements and then like this bird's eye view of like the floor, the table, marble table. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. And then I had video references here. Oops. Okay, is this viewable? Oh, it is. Yeah, again, like this is what I said earlier, but don't be afraid of like grabbing references from other things that's not like music videos from other animators because like it's great to reference other animators as well, but I find that your works will grow a lot better if you also get inspiration elsewhere. If you don't limit yourself to that one thing. How the hell do I watch this? How did I watch that just now? Oh, open preview. Oh my god. Okay, I'm learning. Yeah. I get I guess like a tip for anyone who wants to do more like ethereal type videos, I would recommend having thinner lines. So for like as you can see here, actually, yeah, okay, this video specifically, okay, let me open this up real quick. It's a little hard for me to explain, but especially when it comes to text for ethereal type videos, you want to make sure that your text your fonts are serif fonts and that they are thin. Because if this was, let's say, like lemon milk, if this was like Helvetica, like it would not fit. And typically serif fonts are just more quote unquote ethereal looking. So yeah, that's my tip. And yeah, try to keep the colors light, not too heavy, no heavy contrast and all that stuff. Like as you can see in this scene, like her outline is pretty dark, but in the final, it actually ended up looking a little lighter. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I need a water break. Give me a second. Okay. Water break done. This is part 3, Karl Lobster. So for his design, obviously he's a lobster. I noticed that there were water and that he was purple, he was pink, he was blue, but he was also gold slash yellow. So that I saw like these beach, like rainbow iridescent beach bubble type video, or sorry, images on Pinterest, and I was like, I need to do something like that. So I put up the mood board with all similar images, and oh, you can see in the note here, yeah, I wanted to do something with oceans inspired by videos like Shoujo Rei. Yeah. Also for his specific thing, he was like a galaxy. He was like a who like I don't know. I forgot his lore, but it had something to do with space. So I was like, okay, let me do ocean and space. Ocean and space. Yeah. And then these were the mock-ups that I made. Very retro, very rainbow. Yeah. Okay. This is Rezochi. Her design was obviously you can see that it's like red and like dark teal, dark blue, dark teal. I don't know what color is that. It's just like red with dark blue. So she also has like elements of like traditional Japanese stuff. And so that's how I came with this mood board. I thought stuff like patterns and smokes, leaves, brush strokes were really nice. And for this type of aesthetic, you know how some videos tend to look glossy? I don't know how to explain it, but a lot of my videos, if you notice, are very like matte looking. Like they're kind of flat, if that makes sense. So there's not a lot of like light. Like I would say this scene is pretty glossy. I don't know how to describe it. Let me see if I can find a video of mine that I would consider quote unquote glossy. Um I would say this video is like glossy. I don't know how to describe it. Um um oh, I guess like I would consider this kind of glossy. Yeah, for this aesthetic, I was like I want this to look really matte. Like oh my god, I'm so bad at explaining. But yeah, like if you look at like this image, it's not very glossy looking. And if you see this illustration, it's also not very glossy looking. So that's kind of like the vibe I wanted to portray for Rezochi's part. Again, I'm really specific with details and stuff. So like these types of things really matter to me. You know, things like if it looks quote unquote glossy or if it looks quote unquote matte and like all the little textures and details, like I need it all to be perfect. If not, it really bothers me. Yeah, this is what I came up with. And yeah, it's just what I wrote in here. It's just like patterns, leaves, and then some smokes. Yeah, that's what I did. And for the next person, here we have Maddie. So for her, I saw that she kind of had this design that was really inspired by Alice in Wonderland, as you can see with like the rabbit ears and the little cookies, biscuits, and the playing cards and the floating teacups and whatnot. I forgot what these are called. So I thought, hey, I really like, I think pairing those elements with this type of like pop up book aesthetic that I've kind of been seeing a lot would be really nice. So that's the mood board, like just a lot of paper stuff. And like, I don't know if you've seen this video specifically. This is the OBNN, fuck, let me find it. OBNN Queen of Hearts video. This whole scene was like a whole inspiration. It's very pop-up booky kind of looking. And also in this Snow Miku video, it was also like, okay, hello. Kind of, it has that like puppet slash pop-up book vibe to it. Okay, just give me a second. My internet's really bad. Chat, 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 is this real? Okay, there you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really wanted to portray this type of vibe for this person's design. Actually, I think this whole like segment of the video and aesthetic was really inspired by this trailer that I found of this like otome game. Um, can see that they have like a canvas slash like paper texture overlaid on top of it, like you can see here. And I really like that. And you can see there's like the the cards. Yeah. So these were the mock-ups that I made. With this type of aesthetic, I was like, I need like this little, I needed to make these outlines for each of the assets, including the sprite, and then adding a little shadow so that there's like dimension. It looks like there's dimension. And yeah, I basically tried to make every asset look like a pop-up thing, like a little paper piece that you're putting together to make one whole scene. Okay, last but not least, we have Lenroch. This person's design is very like, kind of like, it's giving godly, kind of like Dasu. That's probably because they're matching, like their designs are matching, I think, but like the dark version. So I kind of tried to match what I had with Dasu's design, but darker. Yeah, I don't know how to explain this aesthetic. I'm not gonna lie. It's just like, I guess astrology. I don't think these are astrology. Maybe. I don't know. But I just thought there were moths in there. So I was like, okay, butterflies. And then moons. And then, yeah, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, this was what I made. I don't really have much to say. I did, again, because this is kind of like the dark, quote unquote, dark version of Dasu's, I kind of made their borders similar. If you can see, none of the borders in the other ones are like the same, but this one, again, I would say this is like an elegant, like a dark, elegant vibe. So I stuck to like my whole like thing earlier where I said that if you're trying to make something look quote unquote ethereal, or like elegant, you should tend to like, you should try to have like a lot of thin lines and stuff, and that's what I did in the final video, which let me pull it up again. um Doko, oh, here it is. Chat, yeah, you can see with the serif fonts. This aesthetic looks so ethereal and satisfying. Thank you. Yeah. And yeah, that's basically it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, but like if anyone has questions that you want to ask, like feel free to. I don't really know what else to say. Let me do a little overview of the PowerPoint presentation. Once again, I put like 20 minutes into this PowerPoint presentation. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, I also forgot to mention, but like I was co-animating with someone. That's why there's so many like video inspiration to like, usually I don't do this because it's a lot of work. I spent a lot of time doing this, planning this out, but yeah, I don't actually do this much planning most of the time. I just make a mood board and I go with it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Don't really know what else to say, so I'm probably gonna end the stream soon. I might keep the VOD up. I don't know. People are kind of dead at this time. I think I chose a really bad time to stream, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. So, yeah, if I do decide to keep the VOD up, I hope whoever is watching, like, I hope this has been helpful. And, yeah, thanks for tuning in. This time, maybe I will leave the PowerPoint presentation, like, link down in the description or comments somewhere. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in, y'all. Goodbye. I'm going to go sleep now.